Well, it's way earlier than we normally start, but that's because we're taking the Porsche to the first thing. We're going to a Cars and Coffee.
Yeah.
And then we're going to work on the Datsun.
Pretty pumped for whatever coffee this place has to offer.
It's called Donut Touch, so we'll see what's up with that.
Alright, we're just going to assume that this guy is totally going to Cars and Coffee and follow this guy. I think this guy knows where he's going. Oh yeah, there's definitely a million people in this parking lot over here.
Fuck yeah, there it is. Yeah. So there's a ton of people here, obviously. I think we're gonna move it next to the air-cooled Porsches because we found them and we're parked kind of over near the Mustangs. I don't think they have enough GTRs.
No, I think they could use a few more.
It's funny when people check out our car because the engine's in the back, so they like crawl under it.
What happened?
Columbia Supremo.
Okay, I got the Kona blend.
This crowd's already thinning out a little bit. We got the coffee. It was pretty bomb. Saw some cars. It's pretty cool. We have a ton of work to do on our 240Z now, so
Let's go pick up those parts.
okay, we're back home. We're gonna start on this. Basically, we can get the whole thing put together and maybe even in the car today. But what we're gonna do about the plug melting thing is we're going to buy a different turbo. It's gonna be an eBay ball bearing turbo.
Yeah, but it'll be smaller and not right up against those wires, which is exactly what we need to stop melting those.
And we'd like to keep the, I mean, I really can't even call this budget because it's a strong motor that we spent some money on, but it's more budget oriented than the Porsche. If you're unfamiliar with why this is out of the car, it was leaking because of some gouges where the rear main sits, and if you see right here, we've put one of those crankshaft repair sleeves on it. So hopefully that should fix it.
Yeah, we did that before, but we did it under the car and it was crooked. So this one's on there right. It sits there nice. So
this engine has Crower. I don't know the correct pronunciation.
I think it's Crower.
I think it's Crower. It's got forged rods and pistons, basically what you need to know. It's got custom CP pistons, the Corilla ones, and then it's got a very large cam and heads that are ported to flow at least 25 psi. So if this thing leaks now, it's definitely because we need a new crank, and these speedy sleeves are, as someone said online, a Mickey Mouse fix, whatever the fuck that means. Goddamn Mickey Mouse not doing shit right, I guess. It's not going in the car. Well, it might go in the car today, but it's not going to start because I just purchased a ball bearing turbo. I think I mentioned it a few minutes ago. It's an eBay one, but it's a proven eBay one. So when we get that in, we'll do a proper turbo reveal.
and hopefully this thing doesn't leak.
So we're gonna clean it up before we slap it back in the car. What are you doing with that?
There's a bunch of oil down here from an oil leak.
And we had a crazy idea while we were eating lunch. We'll talk to you guys about that at the end of the video, but we're happy with how this thing looks overall. Look at that toasted marshmallow brown. It's the type of shit you want to see when you pull a spark plug.
Yeah, we just needed to stop melting wires, and this thing's pretty solid.
Well, we have a turbo that will not melt wires any longer, and that means that we have an extra turbo that we can do fun things with. Stop spoiling shit, though, Devin.
Yeah,
I said at the end of the video.
Talk about it later.
So we've decided to do right by this engine. We were just gonna put it together how it was and slap it back in, but we got some upgrades for this that I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna be pretty pumped about, because there's a significant amount of our follower base that loves the Datsun, and we should love it too.
Yeah, we've neglected it a bit, but you know, proof of concept worked. Now we're gonna show it some love. And I think it's unanimous that these ridiculous cooler lines that came across here that we have now removed were probably the ugliest thing in existence.
We're gonna do some steel braided. The issue with right now and filming today is that it's Sunday and Marshall's, our hardware store, is closed, and all the new Go Fast parts that we bought that are definitely easier to install when the engine's off of the car, those aren't gonna be here until at least Tuesday probably. Yeah. So we can't really do much more than this. We don't want to put the engine back in the car because we have a new exhaust we're gonna make. We got a ball bearing turbo that's going to go on it. We're going to upgrade those oil lines. We're going to clean up the wire. We have a lot of things to do, but it should still be running by the end of the week, assuming that we get everything in.
As soon as we get those parts, we'll slap them on. We'll put it back in. It's going to make our lives a hell of a lot easier to put them on while it's on the stand.
You may or may not like this, but we were looking at ways to quiet this down, so it's a little, you guys don't understand how loud it is in person.
No, the video do no justice. It's absurdly loud.
It's legal and it has a place, so we want to use it as a car we can use, but it's just not. It's not. I mean, it's not practical to begin with. I'm not saying that it should be, because it's a race car and it doesn't need to be, but we got a low profile. I mean, this looks absolutely ridiculous, so we're not going to use this giant MagnaFlow. We got like a glass pack 3-inch resonator that we're going to put in there. Hopefully that'll quiet it down just a tad. And then we're gonna clean up all this wire mess, everything like that, and I guess now is a good time to reveal what our plans are with that other turbo. Where is it? Here's the compressor housing. It's in here somewhere, but this HE351 is gonna go into that Jeep Wrangler. We're gonna call it Project BANGler.
It's a ridiculous name, but we are team boosted, and everything besides that is boosted.
So we don't see, like, you know, it doesn't have a fresh engine. It's got one with 100,000 miles, which is nothing for a 4-liter, but it's getting fuel injection, so we might as well run 5 psi through it and do something crazy with the exhaust and have.
It's a toy. Why not have fun with it?
Yeah, we'll show you guys. We definitely want to do that on a Jeep, because you know everything else costs a lot of money. So we're gonna make our own junkyard manifold. We're going to show you guys how to pipe up an eBay intercooler. We actually have a spare one.
Yep.
And we're going to put this diesel turbo on that Jeep, which makes a little bit more sense. It's going to be loud. It's going to be awesome.
We're already planning a junkyard build on it. We got a bunch of parts sitting around, so let's have a fun junkyard build.
So we're going to do some major upgrades to the Datsun, because it has a plate and we want to drive it. And it is fast, but it could be faster. Ball bearing turbo. It's going to spool. Low RPMs, which is what we need. Still gonna run 25-30 psi. Still gonna try to hit 400 horsepower. If we did E85, I'm sure we can go clean over that. But this should be done by the end of the week. So I'm filming it today on Sunday. We're gonna move fast with this because we've done it before. We just don't want to put this back in the car when we have upgrades planned for it. So
let's show her some love.
That is gonna wrap this one up. First day out in the Porsche, it garnered a lot of attention. A lot of people went over to look at it. We showed up late, and so when we came, a lot of people were already on their way out. It was one of those 7:30 in the morning kind of things, and that's usually a lot earlier than we're up, so we didn't show up until like a little bit after 8:30.
It also was 100% not planned. We like mentioned it yesterday, but never actually planned to do it. We just both happened to be up, so we're like, screw it, let's get ready and go.
But yeah, it's funny when people check it out, because they crawl underneath it to see the engine, and that happened like on 10 different occasions. People were literally underneath our car. It's pretty cool that we parked next to some other really clean, really nice 911s, and ours still got plenty of the attention. It's great. It feels good that we built something that people like. Thank you guys for the support. Being able to make that happen, that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, and now that that is all set and in such great condition, we can finally show the Datsun the love that it deserves.
Yeah, so you could say that the first setup was proof of concept with the Tractor Turbo. It's still not a name brand like the Porsche has a Garrett. This one's just, I think it's like CRX Racing. We have an intercooler from them and it's pretty nice, so I'm not too worried about the ball bearing turbo. I believe there's people on YouTube who run eBay turbos and have made a shit ton of horsepower. Boosted boys, they've made like over 600 on eBay turbos, and those things keep going, so we're not worried about that. It's going to be a big upgrade. We'll actually be able to spool prior to 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, so it's not going to be like a death leg.
Yeah, an insane, just massive jump at one point. It'll be a little bit more gradual with that head kicking in later.
We're going to clean it up a little bit too, fix the wiring, make it a little bit more, not like quiet by any means, but reasonable. It's not reasonable.
No, it's
you can't talk to
absurd.
you can't talk to your passenger, which sucks. So we're gonna fix that. Like I said, it's gonna be built right, and then we're gonna do the coilovers and the wide body and get some wheels. We're gonna start showing some love for that, but we also have things that still don't run. Project BANGler, boosted Wrangler, or because it might go bang, that's up to you guys to decide. We don't know. I haven't seen many boosted 4-liter Jeeps on the internet, so we're just gonna do it. We have an extra mega squirt, we have an extra intercooler, we have a lot of the parts already, so let's just give it a go, and if it blows up, then we'll just buy another engine. These are cheap. We found that one in the middle of nowhere, so it should be good. The last video we said that Devin's gonna pick 5 winners because it was the 10,000 subscriber special, so he's gonna go ahead and do that. 5 different people.
Yeah, let's pick 5 different people. All right, first winner is Trenton Barones. Next winner is Braden Walton. Okay, next one is Black 353R. The 4th winner is Smilesy Productions. And the 5th and final winner is, I think it's Super Ryan.
All right, all of you, hit us up at Teamboosted at BoostedShades.com to claim your prize. If you guys are interested in winning, if you're new here, we give away products from BoostedShades.com every single video. That is also the best way to support us. Head on over to BoostedShades.com and check out what we got. And what was I saying with that? Oh yeah, we give away products from Boosted Shades every single video. If you want to win, all you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe. We ask you guys things at the end of the videos. You don't need to answer them. You could leave any comments, but
Can I just ask opinions on the BANGler?
oh yeah. What's your opinion on the proposed build, the Turbo Wrangler? It's at the stage right now where it'd be super easy for us to do. If that interests you, let us know, and we'll push forward with that. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it regardless, but do you think it's gonna explode? Like, what's your general opinion?
Yeah, leave that down in the comments, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.